West Bloomfield
Nice.
Parks is encouraging you to continue to live a greener and more sustainable lifestyle. Their monthly Green Dream initiative provides some advice every single month that you can employ in your day-to-day life to help our local ecosystem and the environment in general. For May of 2024, that Green Dream, of course, all surrounds planting and supporting native plant life. Now, this particular advice they provided this week is encouraging you to participate in their garlic mustard polls. Kevin, garlic mustard is an invasive species in our local area that spreads quickly and outcompetes many of the native plants that are critical to our local ecosystem. So when you participate in these polls, you're supporting those native plants, living that green dream, and you're learning about some of our other invasive species from experts in their naturalists department at West Bloomfield Parks, and meeting some new people in the community also for volunteerism. We've recently shown many of these pictures of the garlic mustard polls with adults, with some of the students from our local schools who've taken field trips out there. It's a great opportunity for people to learn about our local environment and participate in a good cause that supports our local ecosystem.
No, okay, two responses. One, if I'm being serious, all right, that is a great thing. You want to go in there, pull out the plants that you feel like may be harmful to your other plants in the ecosystem. And it's good to learn more about that. What's good for us, what's not good for it, what we should touch, what we shouldn't touch. Now, on the childish side of things, garlic mustard sounds very good, like it belongs on my Philly
Thank you.
cheesesteak, Tyler. So it's going to be hard to convince me that that's a bad thing.
Yeah, and what they should really call is like monster plant or something intimidating that nobody likes. Garlic mustard. Look, I'm fine with garlic. I like mustard as a friend. It sounds inviting, not invasive. It's like when we name hurricanes and we give them pleasant human names. No. We need to call it like Hurricane Deathmatch or something, so that we really take it seriously. Same thing here. But hey, look, I'll take that up with our friends at West Bloomfield Parks the next time I participate in one of their garlic mustard polls. You can learn more about those events and how you can participate right now. Find more information on wbparks.org or join them over on Facebook at WB Parks. That's exactly what our own Peyton Skiver did earlier on this week. A member of the Parks team over there, one of their commissioners, Sally Wenczel, who happens to be a bit of a native plant expert herself, was joined by many others from throughout the community to learn about not only how we can take our native plant life and incorporate it into our diet and into our day-to-day life, but also how we can turn those invasive species into something useful and tasty.
As summertime rolls around and it's time to begin working on those lawns, the weeds you find around your house can actually be put to use in some unique ways. Here at the West Bloomfield Parks and Recreation Activity Center, Sally Wenczel is teaching an unlawning class where residents can come to learn how to maintain a chemical-free lawn, how to use commonly found plants to make some tasty snacks, and more about the native plant species here in the community.
We had a wild edible foraging class, and these are invasive species or weeds, troublesome plants, as I like to call them, or what they're defined as. Also, some native plants. We discussed how to unlawn or kill your grass to plant more beneficial plants for the environment, and also just to use what's there. Even though we have these invasive species like ground ivy and dandelion, we discussed how are these medicinal, what can we use to make your home habitat a safe, chemical-free place that is usable and beneficial for the birds and the bees and the butterflies and you as a human. It's healthy for you. I'm a big supporter of native plants, and we covered where you can go to find native plants. Parks and Rec, West Bloomfield Parks has a native plant sale every spring. Wild Type has their native plant sale coming up this Saturday. I know Plants for Ecology has one coming up in a couple weeks. There are native nurseries and plant sales all over in the spring and in the fall.
Native plants are basically the building blocks of our ecosystem. We've kind of turned our lawns into this green wasteland. It doesn't really support wildlife or any biodiversity, our lawn. So by adding native plants, we really support our pollinators. And selfishly, so pollinators like bees and butterflies and other animals, every 1 out of 3 bites of food you take is made by a pollinator. And so we need them around, and so does the ecosystem. We are always all about inspiration and a little bit of education as well. So we plant different native plant gardens here as demonstrations just to show people what glorious blooms they can have, as well as how many amazing animals they can attract for you to view. So many different beautiful butterflies are native to our area. If you plant the right plants, they will come and you get the joy of getting to watch them. So just becoming like little scientists in your own yard, and the more you learn, the more you're going to want to tell others about it. So we just like spreading the word that planting native and going chemical free is great for our city, great for our township, great for our earth, and great for those that are getting to enjoy it as well by planting them themselves.
Not everybody can afford to just completely do a full makeover job on their whole yard and plant all native plants. I mean, it can be costly to re-landscape everything. But to see your yard as something useful and use those invasive weeds until you can slowly chip away and plant your native plants. Go chemical free. Use what's there. See your yard as productive. These are things that we focused on today.
It is clear that allowing these common found plants to grow in your yard can not only be beneficial to the environment, but can also be very tasty. As you're spending time outside this summer, take a look around and see if you could put any of these tips to use. With Civic Center TV, I'm Peyton Skiver.